My name is Jackson Sayers. I'm one of the partners in Health Choices. Health Choices is a solution-based website. Today we're shooting at the new balance store on Robson, perfect posture in correlation to walking. We're going to cover 4 main points today: sitting, common injuries, children, and what you can do at the gym to help you achieve perfect posture when you're walking. Sitting is probably one of the biggest detriments to having good posture. When we sit all day, we very much shorten the hip flexors in the front of our body. We round the upper back muscles, we get the neck into a forward position, and believe it or not, our hamstrings, our gluteal, and our low back, they're not working at all. They're just getting tighter and tighter and tighter all day long. So that when we stand up, and if we want to look at it from an exaggerated standpoint, this is kind of how we'd be looking. So if we were to start walking from this position, we'd almost be in trouble because we'd have a lot of pressure on our knees, our feet, and our low back. So if we actually look at it from a standpoint of walking on a treadmill and how that's going to look, we'd look like this when we're walking on the treadmill. And I know a lot of you do this every day when you're at the gym. You got this short little stride, your arms aren't moving, but what you really want to be thinking about is, how do I get nice and tall? How do I get my shoulders and arms moving? And how do I slow that gait down into a nice, long, easy gait where all my back muscles are starting to work and they're helping me to straighten up and get nice and tall again. 3 of the most common injuries we have associated with walking and good posture all revolve around from the knee down. We're talking about plantar fasciitis underneath the bottom of the sole of the foot. We're talking about Achilles tendonitis, and we're talking about shin splints. And they're all associated with that bent over walking position that we've been doing and putting too much pressure on the front side of our body. What we want to be thinking about in terms of those injuries is, do we have a really good shoe on our foot? Shin splints 9 out of 10 times can be eliminated by just getting a new pair of shoes. Some of the industry standards say that 6 months to a year you should be changing your shoes if you're using it a lot from a cardiovascular standpoint or even from a walking standpoint. And standing up straight and getting that gait moving and getting a nice full stride will eliminate a lot of those problems associated with not using the back of our leg. Posture in terms of children are becoming a big problem these days. I think we often think about our own footwear ahead of our kids. And what they're starting to make now is a lot of really good shoes for children. And we should start thinking about getting our child into a really good shoe when they're 5, 6, 7, because that's when they're growing at their greatest rate, their muscles are developing, and they need that really good shoe under their foot with lots of cushion, lots of support in the inside. What we really got to be thinking about is, how do we get our kids moving? How do we get them into a good shoe that will support them? And more importantly, let's get that child standing up straight, let's get them moving their arms and legs, and let's get them really helping their posture. I've been working on my walking at the gym now for about 6 years. When you think about perfect posture in the gym, it's a great place where you can work on your technique. It gives you time to really focus on your technique and focus on rhythm. When you're walking at the gym and you get onto the treadmill, start thinking about, how do I slow down? How do I transfer my weight? Right, left, and how do I get my arms and upper body matching the lower body? A nice easy tempo, and really think about all those back muscles working. You can think about the Army. They were the most efficient walkers in the entire world, and they had the right, left mentality going. So when you think about posture and walking, you think about at the gym, spend time to really focus on your technique. Don't get caught up with the hands forward and the feet moving and thinking that you're getting a good workout. Because every time you strengthen a muscle, you want to think about in terms of strengthening it in a way you're going to use it. I'd like to thank the new balance store on Robson. And remember, for perfect posture, stand up straight, get out there, and get that body moving.